Hello and welcome to this Blender tutorial brought to you by Luwizart. My name is Emmanuel Okafo and I hope you guys are doing well. Today we'll be looking at how to use Mixamo with Blender for production settings. So what I mean by that is how to import animations from Mixamo into Blender more efficiently and effectively. So I'm going to be showing you guys the workflow I use to achieve this. So we have a basic character here that we want to rig up and just import the mockup animation from Mixamo. So most of the times you already have your texture set down in Blender. You have everything looking as you want it to look, and if you don't want to mess that up, all you just need is the animation data. And the way I'm going to go about this is, first I'm just going to select this character, the one I want to rig up and animate in Mixamo, and I'll just go ahead and export it. So you can go to File, Export, Wavefront OBJ, and select it. So I've already exported it, and that's that. So next in Mixamo, I've already loaded up the character so we can work faster. So it's quite easy to upload character. Just right here in the left corner, you can just click on upload character and you just select it. Okay, so this is what you get once you just import it, and we can hit next. And this is the menu that will pop up for you to rig your character. So we'll just select this and place the chin, the wrist, the elbows, the knees, and the groin. Okay, so once you're happy with that, you can proceed. So we'll hit next. It's going to just take time to load up. Okay, so it has finished rigging the character, which it looks nice, and I'm quite happy with the result. Though there are some things you might want to fix to make sure that everything looks really high standard. So once you're happy with this, we can hit next. Okay, so it's now going to load this into the viewport. So at this stage, the next stuff to do is, instead of applying your animation, you want to go ahead and export this character as rigged. You don't want to apply the animation yet to work more efficiently. So you have your rig set up in Blender, so that all you need to do is just import the animation into Blender. So we'll just go ahead and we'll go ahead and download this. So we leave it at original pose. It will give you an option for T-pose. T-pose is basically, you know what T-pose is, but you want to leave it at original pose because that's what you have, and maybe that's what your art director wants. So you want to leave it like that. So once you have that set, you want to select what you need. So I'm going to select the FVX, and then I will just download it. So I have the character downloaded already, and here in Blender we are going to start working. So let's just go to the layout view. So we can go ahead and just hide this, or better still, let's move them into a new collection. So I will just call this main character. So this is the main because I have everything set up for this guy, so I'm happy with it. I'm just going to go ahead and hide this. So now if I import the character, the data we got from Mixamo, we'll just import it. So you can see that it's quite small, and if I bring this up, you can see it definitely doesn't match our character. So we need to play with some settings to make it feel right. So we'll go again and import and select the FBX. So I have a preset that I use to import this. So basically all you want to do is set the scale to about 100. It might vary in your scene depending on what you have going there, but for most, if you're just using the default setting with Blender, scaling it up to 100 should do the trick, and you can always play with it. So that's the only setting I'm going to play with, so I'm just going to increase this to 100 and hit OK. So it's going to load everything as it's meant to be. So as you can see, it's well fitted. Select this character and move this to another position, and we'll just import this. So we select this and shift select this, and we'll go to the data panel and say, let's see if we can transfer all the vertex group. So copy, so let's read it. Okay, so this character is going to copy all the vertex weight from this the one we are happy with, so we can delete this. Okay, so now we can go to the modifier and add an armature deformer. We'll select this armature, and it should, now if we move this, we should have everything working well. Okay, so just for more viewport nice display, we can set this to wire and switch it in front. If I can find that. Okay, so we have the basic, we have made it work and transferred all the data. So now for the jetpack, we can just parent it to one bone. So we'll select this and select one bone and hit Ctrl P, and we'll set it to bone. So it's just going to follow that bone. So now if we move it, it should work perfectly. Okay, so we are all set. We have all our the character rigged and ready for animation. So for the animation, let me just go ahead and save this. And I can move this into my main character layer because we're happy with everything now. So for the animation, what we want to do is go back to Mixamo, and we can just choose from anything we want. So let's just search for something that looks cool. It's always like a hustle to find something that looks nice that you want to go with, because most stuff here is like really awesome. So let's do this one. Dancing is always cool. So it's just going to load in the animation onto the character. So it has loaded it, and this is how it looks, which is cool. You should note you could also play with some of the settings, so you could increase the arm space. This usually comes really handy, especially when dealing with penetration to the ground and stuff like that. This is really handy. So yeah, so let's say we're happy with this and we need to proceed to the next. We can just go ahead and hit download. So we can leave it with skin, FBX, and everything is fine, and we can just download this. Okay, and while it's downloading, let's just get couple of more actions, because I'm trying to show you how to import multiple animation. So we'll select the agony, and we'll also download this one. So we'll also select the punching and also download this one. Okay, cool. So I have all the animations I need, and now we can go back into Blender. So here in Blender, all we need to do is just go to F4, import FBX. So we select the animation one. So let's start with the agony, if I can pronounce that. So once we select this, we can reset everything to the default, so we can leave this at 1 because we don't really care about the scale of anything. We just need to get the animation data from it. So from that, we'll just hit let's see if we could even do more. Okay, never mind. So we'll just hit import FBX, and if you look down, you can find that. So now we'll just bring out the action editor, so we can go here and select dope sheet, and from dope sheet we can switch to action editor. So selecting this animation, this character armature that we imported, so you can see it has some animation here, and that's what we need from it. So let's go ahead and name this so everything looks nice. So we'll call this agony. Okay, so with that we can select this armature and say delete hierarchy. Select hierarchy and delete. Okay, so we're done with that. And if we select this rig and select everything we need and select the agony, you see it's going to just load that up quickly. So everything is good, and that's the same process. So let's import more. So import FBX dancing. So we can just call this dancing and delete it. We can do that one last time. Import FBX and the punching. Scale this up. and call this punching. Okay, cool. And finally we can delete it. Okay, so now all we just need to do is switch between the animation data and get everything we want. Okay, so that's basically the workflow. So this is going to save you a lot of time because you already have your texture going on, and you even have the ability to fix the weights for just one rig. So all you need to do is just import your animation data. So I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you wish to see more from me, don't forget to subscribe. And please guys, stay safe. So let's come out of this stuff that we are all going through well. Okay, so bye bye for now. See you next time.